After show. After
After
show.
show.
After
After
show.
show. Listen to you not coughing.
I know, I've gotten so much better. It's so nice.
It is very nice. Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. She's 100% made of wood.
Yes. And a little bit of resin and a little bit of varnish.
Yeah.
But mostly wood. So behind the scenes secrets on this project. One, this is not what we originally had as an idea. It went through a lot of iterations and a lot of second guessing, honestly.
Yeah, originally we were gonna do, and I still think that this would look cool too. Originally we were gonna do like a cutout of the supervisor's face, and then Shou Sugi Ban it, and then pour resin, glow-in-the-dark resin for her eyes.
And I think that I was probably the main component.
Of changing it?
Proponent of changing it to this, because I thought this demonstrated a basic utility that you could use and adapt to other situations more than like...
You mean the act of like burning and then
burning
carving?
and then carving. I felt like that
Yeah.
shows the concept better, and
I thought it was more interesting because the other is...
cut out
we
a
would've-
sign or cut out a shape, which lots of people have done.
Yeah, lots of people do like signs, on the X-Carve, and lots of people do Shou Sugi Ban.
So just combining those two, but I think Shou Sugi Ban and then cutting away is like
burn, yeah.
a style and a technique that's more widely applicable. I don't know. I don't know. I think that like the original idea would have been cool, and like the way we would have made the other one cooler is for like the big face, it would have been like this big and everything, and for her eyes, we were gonna make them glow in the dark with glow in the dark resin and pigment.
And we still want to like play around with glow-in-the-dark resin at some
Definitely.
point. But yeah, with this, we just thought it would be so cool to burn it and then carve it away. So it was like, okay, we got to do something with that, meaning like just a solid outline of her face.
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna work. But then like, oh my gosh, went through so many iterations trying to figure out what to do, because we were like, do we do something kind of cool and pop culture-y, like Mortal Kombat just came out, the new one. And that would kind of be the perfect thing, because it's like, the dragon's face is black and then a
Yeah.
fiery background, and we could
We're
still
gonna
do the resin.
yeah.
And like the fire of the Shou Sugi Ban.
And in general, we like Mortal Kombat, but
I mean, I liked like the old ones, but I haven't played the new one.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of random and kind of...
Yeah, it seemed random.
Yeah.
Because we haven't even played the new one, and
Yeah.
like, so
we went through a whole round of like, what do we even do? And then when it came time to do the art, we thought that was going to be really easy.
Well, we thought we landed on just like abstract art because, I used to do a lot of like black and white doodly type art where it would just be random patterns and designs, and we thought we would do something like that because this is kind of like black and white. And then I did one that was very busy and had a lot going on, and we realized it was going to take like 8 hours to carve. And so then we had to rethink things.
Yeah, but like, I'm really glad with where we ended up. And I'm also really happy, like, I'm not sure how much it comes across in the video, but this texture
It's so cool.
is so cool. It's super unique. It almost looks like tar
Yeah, like
or something.
It's
like tar in a cool way, not in like a bad way. I don't know.
It's kind of like black alligator skin or something.
Yeah.
But it's so much cooler than just painting the wood black or staining the wood black or dyeing it black, because it actually changes the texture. And I love that like it affected different parts of it differently, like the knots didn't burn as much.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I also went down like a little bit of a rabbit hole when I was doing the Shou Sugi Ban research. I don't know how much I want to get into it here, but it's
I thought
really...
it was interesting.
Oh, okay. So what I've seen in like the traditional application of Shou Sugi Ban, it's used a lot to treat lumber to make it more
Like outdoor proof.
outdoor proof and everything. And how they do it in Japan is they get 3 boards, they light a fire in the center of it, and it goes whoosh.
It's 3 boards in a like vertical triangular prism with an opening in the middle, and that's
Yeah.
where the fire goes.
And they light that fire, then they dunk it in water afterwards. Like just like take the whole board, dunk it in there. These guys are just like totally bad butts. And I don't know why don't like saying asses on film.
Badass. I feel like that's not that bad of
okay, they're complete badasses, like just like handling the wood and just like not even caring about like anything because they're so good.
While they're handling like an inferno. But we knew we couldn't do that because you need 3 boards and we were just doing a single board.
But another thing is like you have to burn a certain depth in to get that benefit. And I think that a lot of people on
the
YouTube,
benefit of like weatherproofing
and rot resistance and bugs and everything. And I see a lot of people like they Shou Sugi Ban it, but then they scrape all of that protective surface off, and then it just looks like coffee, and then it's like you're just kind of darkening it a little bit, and you're getting none of the benefits of the burn itself. So I don't know, like I'm not sure what I want to do with that information, but I feel like a lot of people are underutilizing what Shou Sugi Ban can do for wood.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, a lot of people end up scraping it off, but I think like, and not that I dislike how that looks, and I know a lot of people aren't using it for the protective properties of it, but I do think the more you scrape away, literally, like the evidence that it's burned wood, the closer you're getting to just something that looks like it's dyed or stained. Whereas if you like leave the char, especially like the penetrating epoxy, that worked so well.
That worked so well.
Like if you can finish it to where it's contained.
Yeah. You can also like just varnish it, and varnish I read that is really good finished all by itself too.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
I think that if we weren't carving it,
varnish
would have been fine. And also I noticed like a few places, I noticed that the penetrating epoxy actually did like hold it together. I don't think that all these little details, as many would have survived without the penetrating epoxy. Like
that's interesting.
And also when it was cutting, man, it was cutting so clean. I think because the penetrating epoxy unified the wood. It was like the same hardness. I didn't even think about that.
This is like our cleanest cut, and this is pine.
Yeah.
Usually pine, like it'll be good when you're going with the grain, but as soon as you're going against the grain, it's all fuzzy.
Yeah, but this makes it almost like a plastic. Or like a composite, you know? So it's just kind of I don't know, lots of interesting. I think that the back end of this is really interesting.
And it's interesting, we actually burned it more evenly than I thought. I thought it would be much thicker of a char on the center than on the edges, but it's kind of consistently, what would you say, like a 30-second in?
Yeah, it's very small. Like, to get the real benefits, we would have even needed to char it a little bit deeper even.
That's true.
Let it burn a little bit more.
But we were doing it more for like visual.
Yeah.
But like, this feels really solid. There's nothing rubbing off on our hands, whereas when we first burned it, if you went like this, your fingers would be black. So it really kept it all in. And also finishing it kind of like spread the soot onto the lighter areas to kind of even them out, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it turned out, I'm very happy with this.
Me too. We
don't know where we're going to hang it. Yeah.
But we still also have to hang some of the spin art pieces. We still have one spin art left.
Yeah.
We have our acrylic pours haven't been hung through this one now, so we need to like figure something out. Maybe we'll put some of it in the shop when we redo the shop.
Yeah, coming up soon.
Which is happening soon.
Yeah. I think the last behind the scenes thing that we wanted to share with you is on this project, since we're doing this project in a buffer week, and we were going everything was going pretty well, moving at a fast pace, and we still completed everything in a good amount of time. But when things went wrong with the carve and with it curling and all of that stuff, we were so much less stressed about that. And when this curled and we did the additional scene with the glue and everything, I was actually like, this is great. I'm not upset at all about this.
Yeah.
You know, it's just additional good content, and it's real, you know. Showing that you can fail and still succeed in the end is like part of what we want to get out there as a message. So when we have the time for it not to affect us and stress us, failure is like totally fine with us. And it's something that like we've predicted would happen. Like if we weren't under this time pressure, we'd be totally fine with this failure. But since we are, now we're stressed. But now we're in a situation where we failed, and it wasn't bad, it was good, and the theory proved out.
Yeah, so even though it's, I mean, because of like dry time for both the wood glue and then the penetrating epoxy and like the time of day that it was, it ended up setting us back, you know, about a day. But still, even with that, we were like, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just nice working ahead.
Yeah, so nice.
Because otherwise that would have been really stressful.
So nice, yeah. Well, I think that's it. That's it for our little space astronaut.
Cat.
cat. Thanks for watching.
Bye.